Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. There's a link in the description below. Years ago, if we got news like this, the market would be in a complete uproar. However, we now live and exist in a world where nothing really makes sense, like at all. But also, anytime that we get actual good Bitcoin news, I personally, listen, I'm not expecting Bitcoin's price to go up by 18,000% because of one piece of good news. And even at this point, I'm kind of okay with it being lull, if you will. But I still would expect people to actually understand the news, grasp the news, and talk a little bit more about it. But as I've stated in other videos, the majority of people, I know it's not everyone, seem to be very blasé on anything happening within the cryptocurrency space. The level of adoption, as I've said, the entire year, the level of adoption that we're seeing is weird. It's almost like too kind of like on the nose, if you understand. We're seeing the world's economy beginning to like crumble, not doing too well. China can't seem to recover. Inflation's still a big problem. Even when the Fed says that it's only 2 or 3 or 4 whatever percent right now, I still see stories. I still see news. People have their rent raising by $300, $400, $500. Things aren't looking too good. We're seeing the literal shift, even if it's just within our news corner, of the amount of institutions and companies and management firms who are holding trillions of dollars worth of assets, countries who are mining Bitcoin. Don't forget about that. Remember, this summer, we had news that one of the leading banks, the bank, maybe it was the BIS, asked the other 19 top banks on the planet, like central banks. Do you remember this? Remember what happened? They asked the 19 largest central banks on the planet if they had any exposure to crypto. Only 12 of them even decided to respond back. And do you remember what their answer was? It was yes. We hold crypto. A lot of them had billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. It did nothing to market sentiment because people only focus on where the prices are today and where they might be tomorrow. Not understanding that when you hear that 91+% of all Bitcoin is being held by whales and is illiquid, it's not moving, it's them. It's the people who run and control the world. Do you understand that this is the wealth transfer? This is the only new asset class in over 100 years. Think about that. The only new asset class that we've had, and what little bit remains of it for the public, is being absorbed by people who already run the planet. Why are they buying so much of this brand new asset class? You know the answer. It's to make sure that you have nothing, so that in the future that you yearn to be like them, that you desire to have what they have, what you had the chance to accumulate, but multiple people did not. As people still, I don't know how this works, people keep discounting crypto. People keep, and I mean, this is people within the cryptocurrency market. I'm not talking about people outside of the market. Not that I don't care about them, because I would love for them to also be able to benefit from the market. But it's people in crypto who don't pay attention to any of this, who've been selling off their coins. I've seen for months on Twitter and online people posting really dramatic things. I'm done. I'm tired. I sold them my Bitcoin. I'm going on a vacation. I'm going to so and so. And it's like, cool. once again, as I bring you the daily news, I will never tell you what to do with your own money. But buddy boy, it would be in your best interest to really sit down and understand how the world is changing around you constantly, rapidly. Why are rich people buying up all the assets? Why do 12 central banks have billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin? Wouldn't it just make sense for them not to buy Bitcoin? To buy more of their local currency, to buy more real estate so that the bank becomes richer? Why would they choose Bitcoin out of every other asset class? The news today is that one of the 5 safest banks in the world by Global Finance magazine, they're called Zürcher Kantonalbank. It is the bank in Zurich, announced that they are launching a cryptocurrency service. Over the years, we've had a number of companies and institutions and banks announce that they were getting into crypto, and I always have the exact same mantra. This bank, they said, as of today, Zürcher Kantonalbank enables the buying, selling, and safe storage of Bitcoin and Ethereum. As a universal bank, Zürcher Kantonalbank offers its customers all relevant financial services, including trading and storing of cryptocurrencies. A bank cannot offer cryptocurrency to buy for their customers. Like I can sell you crypto without having it themselves. One of the 5 safest banks on the planet has openly announced that not only do they have cryptocurrency services, but they themselves are also owners of crypto. That's why I said I'm not expecting an uproar. Actually, I would love it. I would actually love nothing more than for this news to permeate everywhere and for normal people who are not in the market to go, why is that bank buying Bitcoin? And then for them to come to the conclusion and understand that this is one of hundreds of banks who's doing the exact same thing. And that there are central banks who, during this point of inflation that we're going through, that we're not going to be able to get out of because they've ruined the world's markets, instead of choosing to buy bonds or ETFs, they're buying Bitcoin. So yeah, like I said, not going to rant. We're witnessing like the world is changing right in front of us in a very dramatic way. And there are going to be a lot of people who don't make it to the finish line. That's not me being mean or crossing my arms. It's just the truth. I don't understand how anyone in crypto can ignore news like this, but people have been ignoring it for the, I want to say like the better half of a decade, somewhere around there. We get news like this all the time, even years ago when Bitcoin was worth nearly nothing. And I started my channel and I was like, you might remember, for those of you on the other channel, The Modern Investor, there was a video, one of the first ones that I made, and it was about the guy from some billionaire from the UK. I don't remember his name, billionaire guy. And he had a private meeting on one of his islands with Bitcoin developers that lasted for like a week. And when it was over, these Bitcoin developers, everyone was asking them questions. What happened? What were you guys doing there? And they said he was asking us how much Bitcoin should he buy? How much Bitcoin should he be mining? What are the price future projections for Bitcoin? So people didn't pay attention then. They're not going to pay attention now. I assume the only time when the masses will pay attention to Bitcoin and to Ethereum is when the prices get so high that they won't have a chance to literally ever own even fragments of the actual coin. It sounds like a joke to you, and I will repeat. How many of you right now has a friend who can buy an entire Bitcoin? How many of you have a friend who can afford half a Bitcoin? I know a lot of people who can barely pay their rent. They can't buy a tenth of a Bitcoin or 1/100th of a Bitcoin, But you know what's going to look really good to them in the future, and all of your friends and family members, is when Bitcoin goes to $500,000 and they don't have any, they're going to want to start buying. You will have, it's not that you've missed the train, but you're in like the back compartment. You're in the caboose. Anyway, another gigantic bank has announced officially their entry into the cryptocurrency market. For those of you who pay attention, congratulations. For everyone else who doesn't, you might want to sit down and have a little conversation with yourself because, yeah. Anyway, I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be, I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.